Hour now, and this is one of your stories today on Glenn's Story Corner.
Our story today sent in from Rhonda Smith. It's called The Power of the Chaplets. It was an early Friday morning when my father said, "I'm ready to go." "Go where?" I asked, tears blurring my eyes. Lying in the hospital bed, he raised his hand and pointed to the ceiling and smiled. I knew what he meant, and as the tears now ran down my face, I cried, "I'm not ready for you to go, Daddy. I've lived a good life," he said. 7 days earlier, my father celebrated his 90th birthday. He proudly wore a hat my brother gave him with the words written on the front, "It took 90 years to look this good." He now sat on the table in his hospital room. The night before, my mother and I brought Dad to the emergency room. We thought he had a case of the flu, but it turned out he had much more going on. A bowel obstruction that already destroyed parts of his major organs, and with his age and the seriousness of the condition, surgery was not an option. My dad was officially dying. He took the news better than I did. He asked the doctors how long he had to live, and one told him only God knows. They assured him that they'd keep him comfortable and as pain-free as possible. So now we were waiting for my father to die in the hospital. I posted the sad news on Facebook to all my family and friends. As a result, there was an outpouring of love and support, as well as goodbyes to my father from relatives visiting him in the hospital. My church family said the chaplet for my dad, and one young man sent me a private message on Facebook telling me he prayed the chaplet as soon as he heard the news. My father was not a Catholic, not even a churchgoer for that matter, but he had told me he believed in God. I've always prayed for my dad since I became Catholic more than 25 years ago. The Divine Mercy Chaplet is a big part of my life. I believe God's greatest attribute is His mercy, and at this time I needed desperately to know that my daddy would go to heaven and I'd see him again someday. Then suddenly, on this Friday of all days, among family surrounding his bed, my dad looked up at the ceiling and stared for the longest time. Then with a loud gasp, he took his last breath. It was 3 o'clock, the Divine Mercy Hour. God had indeed answered my prayers. He gave my dad the greatest gift of all, His mercy. Don't ever underestimate the power of the chaplet, in which we offer God the body and blood of our Lord Jesus Christ, and for the sake of His sorrowful passion, God will have mercy on us and on the whole world.
Glenn's Story Corner is on Facebook, and of course, that's one of your stories. Thank you. Please send them to morningair@relevantradio.com. That's morningair@relevantradio.com. Glenn, as someone who's done done Story Corner for so long, what's it like to get these great stories from our Relevant Radio listeners? That's a magnificent one today.
No, I'm continually amazed. I've found them, but that's how it started, with listeners sending them in, so we always welcome that. You can send them to morningair@relevantradio.com.